Hello everyone, welcome back. I am so excited to be talking to you guys today because just recently it was the top 10 judging day for Miss South Africa. I cannot believe that Miss South Africa is literally just so soon from now. Oh my goodness, like I said, recently was the top 10 judging day, and if you purchased a certain type of package on the Miss South Africa app, which I did, guys, I am such a victim of capitalism. I actually gave in. Oh my goodness. But I must say, I do think that it's going to be worth it. I purchased the finals type of package, and a bonus that came with that is the top 10 judging day. We got to see that, which absolutely I'm so pleased with that. Although if you watched the top 10 judging day video, it wasn't live. They basically compressed the whole day into I would say 45 minutes. I don't know exactly how long that video was, but a video that premiered later on the Miss South Africa app if you purchased the package. But if you watch this, then you would know that the quality wasn't great. Specifically the sound quality. Listen, I know they don't have to necessarily do this whole big thing, this whole big song and dance. Basically, Miss South Africa isn't necessarily known for doing preliminary things, but because this top 10 judging day was very much speech focused, I would have loved to have a little bit better sound quality, because the room they were in was very echoey, and even the girls who spoke with the microphone in their hands, it wasn't necessarily so easy to understand them. And I would think that if you are not from South Africa and you're not necessarily very familiar with our dialects, with our accents, then it would have been especially hard for you to understand these ladies. Luckily for me, I was able to understand everyone. Just the sound quality did bug me a little bit. But with that out of the way, let's start with the introduction. So when it comes to introductions, they were of course in alphabetical order. So starting with Anarzade. Anarzade just looks like an absolute angel. She is hands down probably one of the most beautiful women competing at Miss South Africa this year. She reminds me so much of Miss South Africa 2018 Tamarin Green, which is the highest compliment I could pay anybody. She kept her intro short and sweet. I like her. She is very authentic. She's soft spoken but authentic nonetheless. I really love Anarzade. When it came to Ayanda, this woman looked so stunning. She really brought the glamour with her look. With her introduction, what I did notice is that she focused more on her accomplishments than her ideology as a person. I would have liked to know more about her personal ideology, what she believes in, rather than her accomplishments, which, you know, talking about your accomplishments is amazing as well, and it does command a lot of respect. But I feel like in order to have connected with her more, she should have gone a bit into her ideology and what she believed in her introduction, rather than just what she does and what she has accomplished. With Itumeleng, I have to say that her skirt was definitely an uncomfortable length. And I don't mean for me personally. I mean, she has a beautiful body, beautiful legs. It's not anything like that. It's just that it was distracting because she was tugging at it at one point, sort of trying to make sure that it wasn't going up too much. I would definitely say that it was just a tiny bit too short, you know, for her to be comfortable, not necessarily for the viewer, but for her as a person to be able to focus on what she's doing. It was a bit too short because, like I said, you did see her tugging once or twice. When it comes to Keaoleboga, guys, I will go as far as to say that people should not underestimate Keaoleboga, okay? She is a very strong speaker. She has a great personality. She has great charisma, and I also thought that her outfit choice was stunning. And because she has this very outgoing and very strong personality, you know, a strong, extravagant, flamboyant outfit like this really just suited her a lot. So overall, I was very pleased with Keaoleboga, and I know that a lot of people are underestimating her a bit because her facial features are, I will say, a bit androgynous in nature. You know, it's not necessarily the feminine sort of girly girl type of baby face that we're used to seeing in pageantry. I think like 85% of the time. So I think a lot of people are firstly struck by that, but we also need to acknowledge the fact that her unique looks is not going to hold her back from winning Miss South Africa if her personality is shining through so much. She has this amazing confidence about her, which I absolutely love. Then we have Lebogang, which you guys know Lebogang is like my perpetual sentimental favorite. But I must say that with her introduction, her breathing did indicate nervousness a bit. I think that Lebogang could possibly benefit from being a bit more confident. When it comes to Luvé's introduction, not to be confused with her judging panel answer, which I will get to later, her introduction to me didn't really stand out, to be honest. I thought that Luvé's introduction was kind of average, nothing special about it, and yeah. When it comes to Luyanda, her outfit for me, I thought needed to be a bit longer. Like the dress needed to be floor length. I just thought that that would have been a better stylistic choice. But she was, what I also noticed secondly, she was holding on to that microphone for dear life, which I do think does indicate nerves. She had a good statement planned. You can tell by what she said that she had something planned, but for some reason I feel like it didn't land. And I think this is due to a lack of conviction in her voice. She sounded like she needed to be convinced herself of what she was saying. And I do think that if she can work on that, then if she can come up with statements like this in the future, then they would be absolutely amazing. If she could work on that conviction in her voice, I would say like Zozi Binitunzi has that conviction, and I would say Shurufatu Musida, of course. And even in this group for Miss South Africa this year, Keaoleboga has a lot of conviction in her voice, which is very commanding. And I think that that is what Luyanda is sort of lacking at the moment. With Ndavi, oh my gosh, she is just too adorable. You guys know I absolutely adore Ndavi. I have nothing negative to say. Now, when it comes to Tamsyn, which you guys know has been my perpetual favorite, I thought she looked great. The green absolutely did it for me. She looked absolutely amazing. But then when it came to her introduction, I felt like the mood change between her, you know, talking about the fact that she is a cat lady and then going straight into a very serious topic, being the ideology that she has about young girls. I do think that sudden change, it was just a bit too sudden and unexpected of a change in mood, you know, going from sort of a light, funny type of topic about being a cat lady to this very serious ideology about young girls today. I feel like there should have been some sort of gradual transition, but instead it went like this. Do you understand what I mean? It's just something when it comes to speech that you need to pay attention to, this sort of gradual movement from a serious topic to a light topic and vice versa. Now, when it comes to one-on-one judging, I think that it would have taken up too much time, honestly, to show each and every contestant speak to each and every judge individually. That obviously had to take up a lot of time, and they couldn't like give us a 5-hour thing, so they chose not to show the one-on-one judging. or I don't even know if that was judged. Were those just conversations? I'm not sure. We didn't see whether or not they were being judged on those or not. But I will say, from what I heard, a couple of the girls talking about, my advice to some of these women would be, if you're speaking to a judge or anyone in the organization, it's important to be confident in yourself, but do not try to oversell yourself. I was hearing a lot of the girls making I statements, such as, and that is why I would be a great Miss South Africa, and that is why I did this, and I did that, and I this, I that, and, making it look like it's all on you. Well, the fact is that Miss South Africa is not one person. Miss South Africa is an entire team of people. So when speaking, I would advise girls more to use we statements and to make yourself look like a team player, rather than trying to make yourself look like this amazing behemoth of a person, this sort of savior, this sort of, incredible person who cannot be overlooked or, missed or whatever. That is one thing that I think that a lot of women competing in pageantry in general can benefit from, is make it about how you can contribute to the team, but make it about the team effort as a whole, rather than just, bragging about what you did, what you can do, and what you are doing. Now, when it came to the panel judging, they showed only one question per contestant from one judge. I'm sure when it came to the actual pageant panel judging, that each judge asked each contestant a question, but like I said, I think there was only like a lack of time. That's why they didn't show literally everything that happened in the day. I think they just chose the highlights, if you will. So when it came to panel judging, I thought that Anarzade did quite well. She's very authentic, but at the same time, she's also very laid back. I really love Anarzade's personality. You can tell she's just the most authentic, but her laid back sort of personality makes you think that she is trainable, she is teachable, she is work withable, which, like I said, Miss South Africa is an entire team. So that's, I think, a very important trait to have as a potential, not only Miss South Africa, but a potential title holder for any organization. And then we have Ayanda, who got a bit of a difficult question. She is a good speaker, and I thought that she answered quite well given the difficult nature of the question that she received. When it comes to Itumeleng, you guys know, it pains me to say this, but I don't think she is the most confident speaker in comparison to the other women who she's competing against. I mean, this is a competition, and I do not think that Itumeleng is on that level yet, where she is the same caliber as some of the other women competing. Obviously, there's room for growth always, and I would love it if Itumeleng could improve. But at the moment, that's just how I see it, and that's just how I feel. When it came to Keaoleboga, obviously being, I think, the most incredible speaker at the competition this year, she gave a concise, well thought out, and frankly educated answer on the question that she was asked. Lebogang, unfortunately, she has to be more conscious of filler words that she uses, such as you guys, I use a lot. But then again, I'm not competing at Miss South Africa. And that's just one criticism that I have of Lebogang. I think that she could be a great speaker if she avoided certain filler words such as Luvé, coincidentally, was asked about being able to speak English and whether or not it's important. And you guys know what? If you've been watching my channel a while, you guys would know I have like a certain prejudice against Afrikaans accents, which I am very much entitled to have because I am Afrikaans, okay? My mother language is Afrikaans. I do not like very obvious Afrikaans accents. But when it comes to Luvé, I do think that it's kind of endearing and charismatic sort of in a way, because she does have a detectable Afrikaans accent, but it's not that overpowering that she sounds like, you know, oom van op die plaas or whatever. She still comes across very feminine, very dainty, very elegant, even with this slight Afrikaans accent. And for that reason, I'll allow it. And I think she's very, very cute. Like the way she came out and talked about her number being missing. And you know what? This top 10 judging day really changed my mind about Luvé a lot. I also thought that her answer was quite authentic and charming. When it comes to Luyanda, the question that she was asked, she started her answer off by saying, okay, you know, as if she was bracing herself now, trying to think of what to say. And we do not start answers with okay. That was what I was thinking at the moment. We do not start answers with okay. But she made up for this. Oh my goodness, did she make up for this? She gave such a strong, authentic, beautiful, heartfelt answer that made her truly seem wise beyond her years. Luyanda definitely impressed me with her judging panel answer, I must say. Ndavi unfortunately wasn't really asked a very deep question. I mean, she was asked about her outfit, and I mean, as an extension of that, her culture as well. But she answered well, you know, given the question that she actually got. I just wish that they had asked her something a bit more deep, where she could actually go into her ideology, what she believes about, you know, politics and socio-economical problems, etc., etc. But I suppose it all depends on the woman being asked the question. I mean, when it comes to pageantry, Q&A in itself is a type of art as well as a science, and no matter what question you get, you know, supposedly you should be able to fit some sort of message or ideology into that. I think that's one of the hallmarks of a great pageant contestant. But I thought Ndavi was okay, you know, given the question that she received. Now, when it comes to Pearl actually gave a great answer which revealed her ideology. And this is what I mean when I say I love these types of questions that will reveal the contestants' values to me. When it comes to Tamsyn, unfortunately, the same as Lebogang, the use of as a filler word was a bit excessive. And when it comes to her answer itself, I feel like, and I still love Tamsyn, but I feel like her answer just wasn't concise enough. It was a bit too long. If she could have condensed that and just focused on the main message, one main, you know, ideology, then it would have been great. But I feel like her answer was just, like I said, not concise enough and a bit too long. Because when an answer gets too long, you know, you just start to lose interest. You're like, okay, this person has already basically said what they wanted to say. They have already reached a climax. They have already reached the type of message that they want to send, but now they're just slowly droning on and it just is not coming to an end. So the ideal situation for an answer when it comes to pageant Q&A would be to not slowly, but build up to the climax. And when you reach the climax, it should be like done. Climax done. You know, main message, finished, klar, Verby. Last thing that I wanted to say is I find it so odd that they didn't add the swimsuit competition to this thing that I paid for. Why is it only viewable like on Instagram or whatever? Why didn't we get to see the swimsuit competition? I have no clue. I would have loved to see the swimsuit competition, to be honest with you, but they didn't show it. But from what I did see, I would say that, Keaoleboga was really surprising when it came to the swimsuit competition as well. Guys, listen, Keaoleboga is really killing it, okay, surprisingly. So don't be surprised if Keaoleboga ends up in the top 3. Remember, you heard it here first. Keaoleboga is really killing this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Let me know who your favorites were. If you watched the top 10 judging day, I would love to know. I'm so grateful that I actually purchased the thing, because this top 10 judging day put things into perspective, let me tell you. And so I'm going to start work on my final prediction. This year, guys, I'm really not sure. I am really not sure. I even took to Instagram yesterday to ask you guys, listen, do you guys see this person as the next Miss SA? Do you guys see this person? What are you guys' thoughts? And even you guys, after I saw the results, I was like, yo, you guys, we are like on different planets right now when it comes to who should be the next Miss South Africa, because I feel like each and every one of these women have their own virtues and their own unique traits that would make them great Miss South Africas. And so I don't know this year. I just do not know. I need to go and sit and do some math and try to figure out who my top 3 is going to be. But even standing here right now, I can say that Keaoleboga is coming very strong, but then again, who knows if this, strong, ultra confident, ultra, in control woman is what they are looking for this year. Because there's sort of a saying in pageantry, different night, different goal, which means that if it was last night instead of 2 nights, if there was other judges, if there were other people judging, it would be a different goal. So you just never know. And that's why I think the Miss South Africa organization places such emphasis on the journey of competing at Miss South Africa rather than winning Miss South Africa, because different nights, different goal. It could have been you if there were other judges, if it was a set of different circumstances, but it's not. And so it's really like a game of Russian roulette. You truly never know. But we can all make educated guesses. So let me know yours in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.